Marriage Huntsville, every episode, every season has built on you,
my likeness,
and you have yet to collect one dime from appearing on that show. But yet every show, every season, Carlos King, Melody Holt, Martell Holt are milking,
creating a false narrative on my behalf, not really letting me speak and tell my side of the story, leading an audience to believe that I am some young, crazy woman chasing after somebody's husband. Nobody chases a married man. That's just what it is.
We're talking about you and Martell almost 7 years, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now he was married 15.
Yeah. I don't know.
15 years to Melody Holt.
Okay.
And so, just in case people, I'm sure you know, because when we did the first unofficial interview with you, that grossed almost 1 million views. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I did not.
With the recorded call, like you were really upset with me, and I was just like...
Because I didn't know I was being recorded at the time, I would have not said so much or just said it in a different way. But it was almost like we were girlfriends talking.
Yeah.
You know, but
I've always considered you a girlfriend, though, even though we haven't met.
Right.
You know? Because I haven't spoken against you or said anything negative about you.
Okay.
You know, and recently I did get a chance to interview Melody.
Okay.
And this is exclusive here because I've only, told you and of course my team, but she was terrified to do the interview with me.
Terrified. Oh. Terrified
so much we had to do 2 takes. I love her. I think she's a sweet woman. I think she's at first an innocent casualty. Whereas, you're married to a man and, he's making you believe one thing, but yet he's out with you.
Yeah.
And you want to forgive him. You want to be the good wife. And, but when you stay, and then you have a baby, and then you stay, and then yet you're still profiting off of a marriage that you supposedly let go, and that's why the world wants to see them get back together. It's overkill at this point.
I definitely think so. But, you're going to milk it. She's going to milk it.
So you feel that she definitely has profited off of you on purpose?
Of course.
Okay.
I do feel that.
Okay. Let's talk about you for a second because, you're 22 years old.
24
when you met. I don't know why I thought you were 22.
Yeah. 24.
So I'm glad you're here to clear up a lot of misconceptions. That's why we're here. Okay. So
24 when we met.
Okay. Where'd you guys meet?
We were at actually his cousin's house, but a girlfriend of mine invited me there. Maybe like a barbecue or something like that. So in Huntsville.
And so he pursued you.
He pursued me.
What did he say? Like when you're at the barbecue, did he walk up to you? What did he do?
Actually, he didn't even walk up to me. It was his cousin who said everything, But
so you figured he told his cousin to hook?
I mean, he would have to, because I didn't pursue him. I did notice him. I thought he was nice looking. Martell is attractive to me, but I didn't pursue him though.
He looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle to me.
Martell's attractive. He does.
I'm glad. You know me, I love chocolate beans. So, he caramel. So, I give him that. And no shade, Martell. I know he's going to be like, well, damn. Not every woman thinks you're like that, Martell. Now, however, and so did you guys talk or was it just, you just kind of gave the cousin your number?
No, we did talk. Actually, I gave her my number. She gave to him. He called me maybe like 5 minutes later. And he was outside his car. He said, come outside and talk to me. And I came outside and I talked to him.
While other people were at the party?
Yes.
So I'm sure other people knew that Martell was married.
I didn't even know nobody at the party because I'm not from Huntsville. I just went to college there. So I was there with my best friend. She knew these people from high school. So.
Okay. So did your best friend know that he was married?
No. She didn't know.
Okay. And so instantly you became attracted, and you guys didn't ask you out on a date.
Instantly, I became attracted, and we start talking. One thing led to another. We were friends at first. It was just, I would say, I felt that how would I say this? Because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I felt maybe he thought I was young and spicy and smart. We were friends at first.
I know before this interview got started, I don't know if you remember, I had discussed with you, and I think you were kind of taken aback. I said, you kind of give me the chocolate version of Melody, but just a little bit more, fun per se, because she's very structured,
Yeah.
She's like the pretty girl, be seen but not heard, and like if I didn't know any better, you guys could literally go as sisters. Like, you're just a chocolate version of her. You guys are both very pretty. No, you guys are both. He has a type, like, very pretty girls, very well, put together per se, and you're just the wilder version of his wife because.
And see, that's also a big misconception. I am very spicy, but I'm not that wild. Like, out of all of my friends, I'm probably the more conservative one, Tasha. Like, what they portray on TV, that's not Ariane. I'm not some sexual being. That's not me.
Well, let's talk about Ariane, because obviously Ariane had something to keep this very married man, 4 kids with the wife, okay, for almost, we're talking about 7 years.
I think it was just me and Martell's personal connection. I'm a smart girl. What attracted him to me, you would have to ask Martell, but I'm just Ariane. Like, I've always been a likable girl. I've always been the cream of the crop. That's been me all my life.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what it exactly was that attracted him to me, but, here we are.
So you guys are at the car, you're talking, of course you're attracted to him, he's definitely attracted to you. And you said you guys were friends for a while.
We were friends for a while.
How long, per se, after that initial meeting at the cousin's house until it turned sexual?
8 or 9 months.
Wow. So you guys were hanging out, no sex. Wow.
Child, I don't believe it. Okay. Anyways, you guys, what is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. And this time, honey, I am back for a birthday reading for Ariane Curry, Latisha Scott, and Marsau Scott. So, honey, let's get started with Ariane first. Okay, so Ariane Curry's birthday is August 27th, and it is the day of social ideals. She is a Virgo. Her strengths are she is socially aware. Shit, she still ain't socially put that damn YouTube up. Okay, shit, she ain't aware. Shit, unaware. All right. I wonder if they got the wrong damn word. Okay. It says that she is caring. Shit. It said that she is idealistic. We know that because she resides on the bench on the first floor. Okay. How you doing? Weaknesses. She is over involved. Yes, she is in somebody else's marriage with somebody else's husband. It says she is depressive. Oh, does that describe that social media post that was made? It says she is stress prone. I bet she is. Okay, guys, so it says with her being socially aware, that means she has the ability to take the perspective of and emphasize with others, including those from diverse backgrounds and cultures. With her being caring, that means she's kind-hearted, she's tender. As far as idealistic, that means that she is unrealistic as a person. And that idealistic word is not really good to have, because to me it implies that you will set yourself up to hustle backwards, which is, stay on the bench and have an affair with somebody else's husband and play second fiddle. It's all there with being idealistic. So ladies, we have to watch that, because it will have you in fairy tale world. Okay? All right. It also implies that Ariane is dreamy, she's impractical, and seductive. Okay? Also, her weaknesses, like I said, she's over involved. And what that means is she's excessive. She's mixed up in. Okay? So that right there, that is just crazy to me. That right there describes her place in Melody and Martell's marriage. Mixed up in it, hell yeah, she dedicated. Because, hell, they, ended up having a baby after all them damn years. And she was pregnant before. So, oh, yeah. It's right here, you guys. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm looking at her numbers and planets. Those born on the 27th of the month are ruled by the number 9. 2 plus 7 equals 9. And by the planet Mars. The number 9 is powerful in its influence on other numbers. Any number added to 9 yields that number. For example, 5 plus 9 equals 14. 4 plus 1 equals 5. And any number multiplied by 9 yields 9 times 5 equals 45, and 4 plus 5 equals 9. And August 27th people are similarly able to influence those around them. The planet Mars is forceful and aggressive. That, for some reason, that takes me back to when they was at the reunion, and it was implied that Martell is more aggressive when Ariane is around. Because if she has that in, her energy, when you meet people, you get around people, it's kind of like you all can have like a mutual shared energy. Okay? So if he has it, she definitely has it. And guess what it says? No lie. Embodying male energy. Okay? Thus, August 27th, women may seem pushy to those who have traditional ideas. There's that word, traditional, regarding feminine roles and behavior. There it is, all right there, in my personal opinion. It's all right there. She's not traditional. Do not expect her to be within her values. It also says something about feminine roles. If you notice, in my personal opinion, Melody seems a lot more ladylike. She just seems softer to me. And behavior, Melody is definitely more like softer, in my opinion, than Ariane. So it's all right here. The combined influence of Mars with Mercury, ruler of Virgo, grants insight, but also abrupt and argumentative tendencies as well. So, in layman's terms, her and Martell be arguing. Okay? I can see it. I can see that. And we know he loves arguing. He loves any type of supply. And she was good supply. The side chick is always good supply because you providing free sex. They're not really held to a standard. Okay, you're basically working for free. So, Okay, so her birthday, it says it's the day of social ideals. No matter what their station in life, those born on August 27th tend to identify with the common man, the underdog, and the downtrodden. Okay, I said first floor. Okay, y'all don't listen. They are painfully aware of the inadequacies of this world. Therefore, as regards everyday life, they are constantly asking themselves how it may be better. Though their upholding of ideals may be unselfish, however, most born on this day do have a personal stake in the admiration or even adulation they receive from those whom they nurture or defend. August 27th people run the gamut from intellectuals and idea people who value principles for their own sake to be more pragmatic types whose focus is on impacting in a tangible way on life around them. For both types, it is human nature and human needs, both material and spiritual, that concerns them. Also, for both types, the same danger presents itself, that in confronting the shortcomings of the world, they may grow frustrated or negative. That takes me to her recent behavior, complaining about the show, and when she did the Tasha K interview, they're using my likeness, and yeah, Melody's gonna milk it. You goddamn right, you was fucking her husband, okay? You don't get to choose how somebody grieve, how you disrespected them. Y'all be killing me. People that act like her on the first floor, y'all so damn disrespectful. And then when you get a taste of your own medicine, it's like, oh my God, and they're milking it and they're using me, and girl, you in victim mode. And as long as you in victim mode, you can't heal. You ain't gonna be able to move forward. That's why I say you're on the bench. Okay, Miss Robinson trying to tell you, get your ass up. Okay? Get on up. To me, this is talking about her nursing and why she stopped doing that. It says, so basic is social involvement to August 27th people's lives that they are rarely successful when they devote themselves to furthering an isolated career, accumulating power for its own sake, or amassing wealth. Excessive power drives usually lead those born on this day to breakdowns and the frustration of their schemes and plans. It is essential that such August 27th people realize how intimately their fate is tied up with that of their fellow human beings and put to use their remarkable social skills. Yeah. Because what did she do? Dropped out of that nursing and then started what? Later on doing the clothing. What is she doing? She got a clothing boutique. Something tells me she was probably frustrated in nursing school. Nursing school is really demanding. This is probably going to fit her a little bit more. So she'll probably, stick with it more. Because this is more of, what she wants to do. It says there is a type of August 27th person who in youth is confronted with the hard realities of the world and thus suppresses, even eradicates his or her idealistic nature. Indeed, no one may know this person to be an idealist, but though such a person has no illusions about the kindness of the world, and indeed may be quite cynical about human nature, He or she usually retains an individual notion of being a stand-up person and can still contribute in a pragmatic way to the well-being of others. This day holds the promise of tremendous spiritual evolution and growth, but equally the danger of succumbing to ego temptations. The choice clearly lies with the August 27th person, those born on this day who are prone to depression and negative thinking, so-called realists. Oh, damn, child, they read you, girl, on this birthday reading. You gonna let them talk about you like this, girl? Who in fact are pessimists, would do well to roll up their shirt sleeves and pitch in to help the common good of their family and friends. So this bitch don't want to work. Okay? Joining a club. Okay? Starting the goddamn YouTube channel. Okay? She starts projects and then she just abandons them. There's never a goal. And in life, you gotta have a goal. You can't, wander around in life just aimlessly, It says she need to either join a club, social group, or institution that works for the betterment of the community is strongly advised for them so that they may realize their human potential. The advice that they have for her is don't wallow in your personal problems if you are not helping others. That's right. Stop complaining all on social media. Oh, they're using me. No, you use yourself. So now you got to make this type of attention work for you. And a woman doesn't complain. She rolls up her sleeves. Ain't that what they just told you to do? Okay. The energy you receive from these endeavors will light your way. What did I just say? And help you find your place. Look, fucking psychic, okay? In the world. Don't allow fixed ideals to limit your thinking and creativity. And her meditation is everything is related. So, bitch, you're nobody special that they're talking about. Okay? You need to make them talking about you work for you. That's your problem. Let's go to tarot. The 9th card of the major arcana is the Hermit, who walks carrying a lantern and a stick. He represents mediation, isolation, and silence. The card signifies crystallized wisdoms and ultimate discipline. The Hermit is a taskmaster who uses conscience to keep others on their path. The positive side of this card is stick-to-itiveness, purpose, profundity, and concentration. Negative meanings include dogmatism, intolerance, mistrust, with somebody else's husband, I'm just saying, and discouragement. August 27th people should learn from it the importance of periodic withdrawal from the world for the purpose of examining their values and ideals. All right, so that is the end of her, honey. Okay? Girl, get your YouTube channel and get going. And stop playing a damn victim. Get off the bench. Be a woman about yours. Write that book. Sell that show. Do something. Okay? Stop hustling backwards, getting on there for free on the internet. And get your coins. Plain and simple. Okay? And if you don't know what to do, watch Melody. Okay? Same way you was watching her husband. Okay, let's move on to Marsau and Tisha.
Is having a tough time doing what you asked her to do. Shutting the hell up. Well, she can't shut up. Okay. So how does she answer the question better? To where she's not crying in the corner.
Like a business person, Maurice.
Well, she's having a tough time doing it.
I know.
Can you help her? All you can do and shut the going forward. They didn't say anything to Tisha that they didn't want Tisha to respond. They called Tisha a dog, she barked. They said this, they had Tisha on a leash.
Was I on the leash?
Okay, babe. If you proud of how you acted, be that.
I don't know what I did so bad. You like I jumped up and slapped somebody.
Think about what you just done, and you have 2 daughters at home. Would you ever look at somebody on TV and see those 2 daughters and say, hey, be like her? It's not a Facebook post. It's not a I'm sorry tomorrow. This is life. This is our moment in time. Your moment in time is now. And you have to choose that. You have to choose that every time. Now, that sounds good. Ain't no cameras on. It sounds good. Ain't nobody here. This is practice. And in practice, we got it. But then as soon as something happens, our emotions come take place, and all of a sudden, we're going crazy. Like we don't own stuff. Like we are not who we say we are. No. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Why are we even trying to be good parents if we're going to sit up here on national TV and act like ghetto-ass people?
Okay, so Tisha's birthday is October 1st, and it is the day of the top dog. Her strengths are she is unique, she is dedicated, she is dignified. Her weaknesses is she is crisis prone, she is indecisive, and she is aloof. So when I say she is unique, I'm saying she is distinctive and isolated and eccentric. She also is dedicated, which makes her committed and devoted. So that explains her staying in this marriage for as long as she has. It also says she is dignified. Okay. It says she is noble, she is regal, she is proud. She's proud of her family. She's proud of, how far she has come in her life. Let's look at her weaknesses. Her weaknesses is she is crisis prone. So that is that particular word that I was telling y'all about. That means she is constantly creating drama with her significant other. Okay? It said that right away. Constantly creating some sort of drama. So on the show we see Miss Wanda. And yes, that is Miss Wanda doing all of that huffing and puffing and trying to blow everybody's house down, honey. Okay? But Tisha also has it within her personality to start drama, to be petty, but she doesn't own her shit. That way, and that's how a lot of codependents are. They see themselves as these perpetual victims, right? Everybody's trying to, destroy my marriage. You see her crying, babe, why they don't want us to be together? Why? Because Martell got caught. When in reality, the way you should look at it is where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm not exactly saying he has a baby or he's cheating right now, but girl, don't go telling another woman, well, that's why your man did that, because you don't know what your man to do, These men, honey, they will embarrass you. Okay? So you don't want to speak too soon, okay? You don't want to speak too soon. I believe the Holts have information on Marsau. I told you that in the reviews. They know something. I saw in that last scene, Marsau was scared shitless when Tisha was mentioning Martell. He kept trying to redirect her. He kept trying to create a diversion. He just kept trying to switch and, do a shake on her, a shimmy, like, child, nope. So when people do that, they are, trying to get you away from the truth. He likes to keep her in a bubble, keep her isolated. And that's why he doesn't like it when Miss Wanda comes around. He is naturally annoyed. But I think that those two are very funny on camera. Okay, so let's look deeper into being crisis prone in relationships. It means that you're constantly creating drama with your significant other and other people. People with these tendencies tend to look for arguments just to create diversion or stimulation. Now, isn't it funny? I just used that diversion word while describing Marsau. So with her having that too, that's what they have in common. So, in fact, when he does that to her, he's just doing something that she does to herself. Okay, so that's why she don't mind him doing that. And it's kind of like that one scene where she was explaining, and I forgot what season it was, but she was explaining, well, I know how Marsau is, and, he act like that. I think it was last season or something. About season 3, I think. Y'all remember when he couldn't get up to say a few kind words, she had all these excuses. Well, that's just how Marsau is, and, girl, goodbye. Nope, we ain't buying into it. And it also says, or perhaps they allow themselves to come to the rescue when things go wrong. So that takes me to like her getting in the middle of Marsau and her mother, Miss Wanda. And, I don't want you guys arguing. This is my mother. I love her. She tells Miss Wanda, this is my husband. You are causing disruption in my house. We've seen Tisha say that. So that's true for the most part. Okay, so Tisha's birthday, the day of the top dog. More often than most, those born on October 1st are likely to wind up at the top of their profession, social circle, or family structure. This is generally due less to their pushiness or aggressiveness than to their ability to function and maintain a far-reaching outlook on life. Others seem to instinctively recognize the exceptional abilities of those born on this day, and this last point can sometimes pose a dilemma, as October 1st people may not have a lot of ambition. So that kind of takes me to when she first started the show. She was a stay-at-home mom and had to ask Marsau, hey, is it okay for me to work outside the home? And y'all remember how he was acting. Indeed, functioning at the top can put an enormous strain on them, mostly psychological. That takes me to her having issues and needing to go to therapy because she, felt stressed out when it came to her marriage. She didn't feel supported fully, by her husband. The problems encountered by October 1st people usually center on their careers. For example, it can take years of struggle for them to reach an elevated social position, only to find that it isn't quite what they expected. To me, that explains her constantly jumping around from career to career, degree to degree, and, Part of the reason for this is that they tend to be very serious individuals who may not take enough joy in their success. I noticed that with Tisha. She never seems like genuinely happy. It always looks like forced, like overly done, like the way that she was at Jalen's housewarming is like this fake confidence. Indeed, they can be plagued by those problems presented by their work, which they are unable to solve. This is not particularly helped by their perfectionist tendencies, which find it hard to leave things alone. Yet, through the difficulties they encounter, many born on this day demonstrate a marked ability to learn and to ultimately to progress in their personal development. As far as their interpersonal relationships are concerned, October 1st people usually seek out involvements with highly capable and decisive individuals. but often those who do not have high personal goals of their own. Undeniably, those born on this day will choose a mate who can both help and understand their need to further themselves. The emotional support of such a person is generally crucial to the success of their endeavors. That just takes me to her and Marsau's relationship. It seems like she gets motivated through him, watching him live out his dreams and take on more projects. I don't think it's competitive from her. I think it's kind of like an admiration. Like, okay, I saw my husband do that, so I think I could do something similar. Like, what can I do, It also says, generally, October 1st people are very idiosyncratic. And that basically means, she's distinctive. She's an individual. She's distinguishing. Look, I can't even get the words out. She's distinguished as a person. She stands out. She knows how to be herself. However, because the results of their efforts are most often impressive, they will be taken seriously and ultimately even emulated by admirers. When these unique individuals are seen working, or perhaps shown in a photograph with peers or coworkers, they will often look out of place or unusual. See? And that's why I was telling y'all, it's time for Melody to get off the show, get away from Miss Insecurity. Okay? Get away from people like her, honey, okay? That will never be happy for you, that are not rooting for you, okay? They are indeed atypical members of their profession. Oh, child, this book is shady, honey. Due both to their unorthodox methods and mother, honey. Okay, I added that one. And work in philosophy, they may come under constant criticism, much to their discomfort. If they focus on their work to the exclusion of important alliances and company politics. Most October 1st people learn what they know not from formal schooling but from experience. Their professionalism is beyond reproach, and they generally appear polished, self-confident, honest, and above all, dignified. October 1st people usually win the love and respect of others, even if it takes years. They are greatly missed when they are no longer around and are spoken of fondly by the same people who thought less of them previously. Damn. Well, Melody don't think high of her. Okay, I don't either, but somebody do, honey, okay? Let's look at her numbers and planets. Those born on the 1st of the month are ruled by the number 1 and by the sun. People born on the 1st like to be the 1st. Oh, okay. Those ruled by the number 1 are typically individual, okay, highly opinionated and eager to rise to the top. October 1st people may have mixed feelings about their role in life, but usually have the stamina and concentration to hang in there, regardless of frustrations or confusion. The sun symbolizes strong creative energy and fire, which is best kept flowing steadily, rather than allowed to sporadically flare out of control, because she got that in her too. The combination of Venus and Libra's ruler and the sun leads a romantic and idealistic aura to October 1st people. Okay. So let's look at a clip where I really felt embodied Tisha being crisis prone, like starting the arguments and starting drama and trying to act innocent, and let's take a look at that.
Well, lunch party to just talk to her, to try to, like, you know what, I'm ready to put the past behind us
Did you get
and
an
move
invitation
forward. I didn't get an invitation.
Do you have any ex-boyfriends that you continue to talk to?
Y'all hear how he questioning her? Okay, y'all hear she wasn't invited. Y'all know how I feel about people that pop up at parties that are not invited. Like, who does that?
No, Marsau.
Okay, so you're done with it?
Yes.
Okay.
But you know how I am. It's like when I feel like if you say I did something to you, if you say I did something to you, I'm like, listen, I really want to figure out what I did to
Tisha,
you.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know what I did. I don't know what the issue is.
So you're not gonna listen?
No, I am listening. I hear you.
Bday.
I hear what you're
No,
saying.
have a good day.
But you're saying that over and over. Why are you getting upset?
Because you're not listening.
I am
Alright.
listening to
Okay,
you. You just
okay.
said it like 3-4 times.
Okay.
I heard you the first time. You don't have to keep repeating it.
Okay, babe. Have a good day.
So if I'm saying something back to you, that doesn't mean I'm not listening, and you instantly get an attitude with
I
me.
don't have attitude.
That's just not making the situation
All right,
better
babe.
either.
I disagree with pushing for a relationship that seems like it's not growing.
That's what
You're forcing a relationship. I feel
Sam,
like.
it's not about a relationship. I'm fine with us not having a relationship. I just want the meanness to stop. That's it.
I feel like you're saying, well, you don't support me in this, and the truth is I don't.
Well, there you have it.
I can't.
So y'all heard that, she's somebody that's can be quite pushy and confrontational. I remember Kimmy had said something to her on one of the seasons in the past. She was like, Tisha, it's okay to like Melody and it didn't work out and you guys aren't going to be cool. And she kept arguing with Kimmy. And, it was like, you just want to be Mel's friend, but you can't stand her. And if she becomes happy, you ain't gonna do nothing but try to drag her down because you got the spirit of insecurity, girl. Okay, you don't want nobody to be happy. Okay, so as far as her tarot, she has the first card of the major arcana, which is the Magician, who symbolizes intellect, communication, and information, as well as magic. Over his head is an infinity symbol, which is in some tarot decks, it takes the form of a hat, in others, a halo. Many interpretations may be drawn, one of which is that the Magician recognizes the cyclical and unending nature of life, and it's empowered by this understanding. The positive traits suggested by the first card include diplomatic skill and shrewdness. We've seen Tisha display that, like trying to resolve things, and like in Vegas with Kimmy, and trying to be diplomatic and meet people halfway, that type of thing. But negatively, she has a lack of scruples, and there's the word opportunism. There's the word. She's an opportunist. Her and Destiny. That's why they're over there together. Okay? So, and I kind of see some of that. But I want to say this, though. Everybody wants to get ahead. It's just some people are willing to say and do, whatever with whoever to get wherever. Okay? If you know what I mean. But it's right there. It says opportunism in her tarot. The choice rests with an October 1st person whether to settle for superficial and illusion, or strive for more worthy ends. That's what I look at. It makes me think of her marriage. And I told you all, she is in the marriage because it represents I'm married. It always sounds nice when you say you're married. And then you're black. And then your husband has helped to build hotels. And y'all got businesses and kids. And I got this and I got that. And Tisha is one of those women where as long as it shows up in a material way, like in a tangible way, she feels like she's on top of the world. I don't know what she would do if she wasn't with Marsau anymore. Like, she would lose her shit. I think he would be okay. He has more of a adaptable and flexible attitude towards life. But with Tisha, it's just like, I got the man. And it's a big deal when a woman, you guys, is insecure. When she get certain things, it's just like, oh my, it's the end of the world. She'll overly brag, and that's why Melody about to humble her ass, like, bitch, shut up, I'm trying to be nice. All these stories out here about your nigga, and I know some shit from the past. Martell and Melody, they know something. The way that Marsau was acting and how he acts when Martell is around, the way. And even some of y'all said in my comments how Maurice all of a sudden on Martell's side. There's something there. All these people are friends, brother, sister. They know something. They know where the bones are. So it's kind of like they're trying to be this ally to Martell, trying to act like they're going to do business with him, so he will keep quiet. But we'll see. We'll see how long that lasts. Let's get to her advice. It says, bring more consistency of effort into your life. Shed some of your fears and concerns. Be aware of self-fulfilling prophecies. Okay? It says that. Self-fulfilling prophecy. So all this squirming and asking Marsau is he cheating and who he was with and da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da, and then you throwing shit in Melody's face with your man cheated on you and you still had a baby with him, and what about that BMW he bought for that girl and da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da. Like, the rocks that you have been throwing, they may come back to bite you in the ass. Okay, so don't throw rocks and hide your hands. Don't do no. I told y'all she's a coward to me, but and that's what cowards do. They shoot their gun, and then when somebody shoot at them, they're defending themselves, right? But when you are a codependent, you have this victim mentality. Well, why is this happening? You created it. You did it. You don't want to listen. Okay? You are a woman that believes men over women. You have all this hate and vitriol for women, and when it comes to men, you're very passive and docile and, ciao, bye. Okay. Her meditation is, when two parties are trapped in a bad situation and one is incapable of thought or decision, the other must decide for the both of them. Who does that sound like? That sounds like her and Marsau. And Marsau is the one choosing for the both of them. Okay, it's supposed to be her doing that, but it's him. So, and that's how codependents are. As long as somebody's doing it, it's done. They don't care, about taking any responsibility or accountability, just as long as somebody else will do it, or I can blame somebody else. Okay, some outside person. Okay, so same thing with the cheating. Some outside person is trying to destroy my marriage. Not my man didn't honor the commitment that we made. None of that. But all right, let's move it on along, honey. Last but not least, we got Marsau Scott. Okay, Marsau's birthday is October 17th. It is the day of the precarious balance. His weaknesses are he is overconfident. Look, nigga, they said you overconfident. I'm gonna need you to get underconfident, but you are over, okay? Over. That I can't get over that word, you guys. He is reckless. That lets me know you kind of do whatever you want to, Marsau. And we see that in him. He's very arrogant. Very. It also says that makes him prone to be like smug, conceited, overly like self-assured. He's also rash and careless and unheeding, kind of just do whatever the hell he want to do, which is what we see on the damn show. He's a narcissist. I mean, what more, What more can you think of, honey? His strengths. He is self-confident. He's resilient. Okay, so that means anything that happens, he can pretty much survive it and handle it and carve out a plan and figure out a new direction. And unlike Tisha, he's not going to hesitate or try to talk to anybody about it. He will just, do what he need to do. He's daring. So that's somebody, in my opinion, that likes to take risks, likes to look for new opportunities. So he's the day of the precarious balance. It says, like a cat, those born on October 17th usually manage to land on their feet no matter what difficulties or dangers they face. Their balance above all, which they strive to maintain. This might be a simple matter were it not for the fact that they love to take chances. Instability may be their worst enemy, but most often it is of the self-induced variety. There are two distinct types of October 17th people. On the one hand, the quiet, seemingly stable kind who appears to have it all together. And on the other hand is the daredevil. Okay, and that's the person that everybody thinks is cheating on Tisha. And he literally has that with like his career, and he's always working, busy, working on new projects, taking on new projects. Okay, but Marsau, I see that in him, like, I'm looking to get into some trouble. I'm looking to, and Marsau thinks the shit is funny. Like, if you watch the show, he'd be like really laughing at, it'd be serious shit. He'd be thinking that shit is funny. He crazy. And it says, as far as him being a daredevil, he's a daredevil to whom life without risk-taking is dull and tedious. Some of these latter individuals may think nothing of taking life-threatening risks, attracted by the skill required to win at long odds. Other less extreme will nevertheless be gamblers of a kind, whether money, property, or even love are the stakes. The more stable of October 17th people may enjoy a fairly settled life, but a closer examination makes it apparent that they are often attracted to highly artistic, nervous, or unusual people, Tisha. Who bring an element of uncertainty with them, and that damn mother, Miss Wanda. Both October 17th types love drama and lively events. That takes me to Marsau starting that shit with Melody at Jalen's little housewarming, like starting drama, bringing up Martell. Where's Martell? Him and Maurice. Child. Oh, what is Maurice's birthday? We have to look him up another day. So it says, October 17th people find it hard to change their ways. They often fall victim to hubris, as if they put themselves above laws of ordinary human experience. Alas, they do make mistakes, and big ones. Costly in terms of finances or physical health. Yet they go resilient, confident that they can recover from setbacks or accidents. Remember that accident he was in, and he recovered and got himself together, and no matter how major. In this respect, they treat fate like a lover of a long-standing or very least an old friend. That actually takes me to his work. He likes these long-term projects, and he'll complain about it, but he loves that. He feels at home with that. That's why he, take that type of work on, over and over again. It also says perhaps they are up to this dangerous game, but they must particularly beware of all forms of self-deception. So that means he, can deceive himself, lie to himself. Most October 17th people are quite unrestrained when defining themselves and their talents. Thus, artists born on this day can incorporate the ideas of others in their work and make them their own. Masters at taking old or time-honored themes and reworking them. October 17th people are traditionalists, and no matter how modern or advanced their thinking, remain conservative in their basic approach to life. Caution, limitation, detailed research based on experience are what enabled them to take such apparently dangerous risks in so cavalier a fashion. On the other side, October 17th people generally act in a measured, considerate manner with their colleagues, friends, and family, but don't get their back up. Their tempers can explode when their authority is threatened or their intentions are brought into question.
Thing though, man.
Yeah,
it's like y'all confusing what the word transparency means. Transparency ain't I'm transparent, ask me a question. That's called honesty. Transparent means that you can see through me. So we shouldn't have to ask you. It's coming out.
Marsau, when you look at Lewis and Tiffany, do you see a successful marriage?
Well, I think that you got off to a great start, and so did everybody. It's easy to celebrate that first year. This doesn't take commitment. Matter of fact, you'd be embarrassed to get divorced in the first year.
You almost made it to 2.
Okay, Right. So this is the I can't give up now stage. My thing is that I don't like how opinionated they are about something with they have such little experience in. I know that having a long marriage is more than reading a book on love and reciting it to me. You guys have not shared right now, besides you getting your son's haircut, and her not knowing, which is nothing. You guys haven't shown besides expertise.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm saying you guys haven't showed any expertise. You're saying transparency, but you haven't showed expertise.
What is expertise in
I'm
there?
saying that not even an expert. I don't think that you're qualified to even give advice unless you're giving advice to someone that's not married.
And that's still your opinion.
You guys right now, to me, are the ideal couple. Wait till year 2. I'm going to need you to have some success under your belt. And I would like to see what you guys do with all this knowledge after you hit that road.
Just sit back and watch.
And to me, that I will. And I'm not hoping or anything bad. I'm saying is that right now we're just a kid that's happy to be married.
That sounds good. This ain't my first time around, though. That's all I can say.
I don't mean this in any kind of disrespect. You guys been married for 11 months, and the previous ones failed.
I was married for 5 years, and we got a divorce, and what you do take from a divorce is wisdom. I can still give you valid advice that will help your relationship right now. It's up to you to take that advice.
That's right. It is up to you to take it. That also takes me to when Marsau went to see the therapist, and he was challenging the therapist, and he didn't think it was any problems in the marriage, even though his wife had a lot of concern. So this is somebody that doesn't want to be questioned. They have all the answers. Those born on this day feel that their judgment is excellent, and well, it may be in most cases, but they may fail to recognize when they are headed in the wrong direction. A deeper self-knowledge is required, perhaps a more serious pursuit of spirituality. That's what I was saying about him being depressed, like he's full of shit. And then, well, I'm not going to do nothing about it. Well, then, bitch, be quiet. What is you talking about? Like, crazy as hell. Don't want no help. This is what I'm telling y'all. He represents the epidemic that I have been telling y'all about. These men, they got this money that is married, got all this stature out in the world, and still they don't work on their spiritual selves, their spiritual goals. They don't care about that. And that is so important because that's the measure of the man. That really is. It also says for some October 17th people, a discarding of values tied to superficial, there's that word. Him and Tisha have that in common. Excitement and glitter. So these are people, and he's one and the same with his wife. They like the way things sound. It sounds good. We've been married for a long time. It sounds good that I'm a husband and you a wife. It sounds good that I'm a father. It sounds good. You know, it sounds good. It looks good on paper. I didn't build this. I didn't build that. You hear him arguing with Lewis. I've been married X amount of years, which don't mean shit, because you couldn't get your ass up to say a few kind words about your wife. So everything is, it sounds a certain way. I want everybody to worry about me, so I'll say I'm depressed. It sounds good, you know. He's one of those people. Okay, let's get to his numbers and planets. Those born on the 17th day of the month are ruled by the number 8, 1 plus 7 equals 8, and by the planet Saturn. Saturn carries with it a strong feeling of limitation and restriction, also indicates a judgment aspect as well, reinforcing the above-mentioned tendency of October 17th people to be self-righteous. He thinks he's better than other people. He thinks he's too good to take advice, okay? The connection between Saturn and Venus, Libra's ruler, can trigger the more darker, more discontented aspects of their personality, leading to all sorts of complications in their private lives. The number 8 also holds a conflict between the material and spiritual worlds. Those ruled by the number can be lonely and at times prone to indulge in excess, prone to cheat shit. Prone to do, too much. That's what I get. The 17th card of the major arcana is the star, which shows a beautiful naked girl under the stars pouring refreshing water on parched earth with one pitcher and reviving the stagnant water of a pond with another. She represents the glories of the earthly life, but also material. There's that word again we can't get away from. He's a materialist, but also material slavery to it. Okay, I'm willing to keep working so I can keep having, and it can keep looking a certain way, is what I'm getting. The stars above her are an eternal reminder of the presence of the spiritual world. So it's calling him home, and he is not getting the picture. He's more material than spiritual, and that's a problem. October 17th people then should always be aware of excessive greed. I told y'all. Or lust. There's that word. Yep. For money and power. There you go. And above all, never forget the higher goals of life. Okay? The advice they have for him is don't push yourself so hard. On the other hand, be aware of smugness and self-satisfaction. So selfish. He's all about him. He's a narcissist. I told y'all. Child, Miss Robinson is good, honey. Okay, I knew all of that before I read this. Surrender occasionally and don't be afraid to admit your mistakes. Lewis, I told you all, is a real man. He can admit to his mistakes. He knows that, yeah, I was divorced, but I can learn from what I didn't do in my first marriage. Maybe I need to apply that in my second marriage. That's a wisdom. Nobody can take that from you. And, really and truly, there are no failures in life. There are learning experiences. You can look at it like that, especially with relationships, because you can't control other people. People are in your life for a reason or a season, a lesson, a blessing. Like, you just have to know when to hold them and when to fold them with people. You have to know when it's time to let people go. And I had a feeling when it was time to let my mom go. I had a feeling when it was time to let an old relationship go. I just had that feeling. So, Marsau needs to get more in touch with his spiritual self. I feel like he would be more balanced and more well off, and more people will, take him more seriously. And even though he's been married to Latisha for a long time, I feel like for some reason, you guys, I just have a feeling he's caused her a lot of hurt and pain, like by not listening to her, ignoring her feelings. He makes her question and doubt herself. Now, yes, sometimes he can rein Tisha in and get her thinking the right way. But I also just have this strong feeling he's caused her a lot of pain. And that is why, she gets so emotional on Love and Marriage Huntsville, because something had to be affecting her, not just what people are saying. Something tangible has happened. Like there's something that all of them know. None of us know yet, but the Holts know something. And, she knows they know. But she's trying to keep up this whole balancing act of, yeah, I'm still with my man, and my man isn't out here cheating on me and has a side chick. And look how your man did you. He never loved you. Like she's being a mean girl. Okay? And that's not her. That's not her. That's not who she's supposed to be. But she's acting out of hurt and pain. And she doesn't have Melody's strength. Like, she admires Melody. She'll never admit it, but she really admires her. When people copy off of you guys, it's because they admire you. You have something that they wish that they had. Okay? So, start feeling good about it. Not, don't get conceited over it, but, like, oh, okay, I must be special. Because sometimes you are, people don't get things from their parents. We see Miss Wanda didn't give Tisha much of nothing. So it's kind of like when she sees Melody, she admires her. Marsau is the same thing. He admires her beauty, her strength, her intelligence. He actually becomes a little nervous around her. Like he has to, have you ever been around somebody and you like them and you don't know what to say, so you crack a little corny joke, or you say, that's what he was saying by trying to, talk to her about Martell and laugh with Maurice. And that's what that was. Like, I want to talk to her, but let me say this. Let me create a diversion. There's that word. Let me go over here with it. I'm not going to come straight out. He likes her. As soon as Tisha left the room, he began talking to Melody. Matter of fact, I paused it. He was looking at Melody as Tisha was walking to the bathroom. So I know what I see. So to wrap up this birthday reading, it, is basically let me know that, the same stuff we see on the show. Marsau needs to learn to take some time out, and, he needs to become more spiritual, get closer to God if he believes in God. Okay, look, that's a question. But yeah, I feel like he would be better off in better balance. Marsau comes off man-made. Like I make everything. A person that I gotta take credit for everything. So he is made of ego. Ego is edging God out. So we all have an ego, but you have to have a balance. Some type of balance to your ego. You gotta know when to use it, and you gotta know when to lose it. Okay, so it's just a timing thing. Marsau does not have that. He's walking around smug. Okay, it actually says that in his advice. Beware of the smugness, and I ain't gotta listen, and like can't tell me nothing. Okay, we heard all of that with him and Lewis. So, child. Okay, his meditation is everything has to be paid for sooner or later, even what is given away free. Wow. That's interesting. All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about all of that. Get down in my comments. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out in the next video.